Why the hell are we going to add, Bowman Gray Stadium to go race the Clash, y'all? Explain this to me. Why are we going to Bowman Gray to race the Clash?
Come on, man.
Did we not learn enough from L.A., man? I mean, it's going to be the same style stuff. And I get it, NASCAR trying to pay homage to roots. Oh, we used to have point system race there back in 60, whatever, 70, whatever, who knows? I don't know, whenever, right? Point being, and I'm not upset. I know people around there are excited about it. I'm not trying to take any of the excitement away. I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we're putting 3,200-pound race car, 3,000-pound race car that's not made for this style of racing. I mean, what's going on, y'all? I'm Brandon Atlanta Man Bang, coming to you live right here at Coach's Corner, the center of the universe, Thunderbolt, Georgia. Another episode of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing, grubbin' is tasting. Man, got a great Wednesday going on. You know what tomorrow is, baby. Turkey Day. Hopefully everybody's fasting out there, getting that stomach empty, because I tell you what, it's time to tear it down tomorrow. It's one of my favorite days of the year. I'm going to try to eat my weight in some food, man. I promise. If I come over, you're going to know I was there. I'm taking mine with me. I promise. I'm going to do my fair share, man. No man left behind. So getting into it, word of the day. If you're new to tuning in, the way we like to play it is Lawrence is going to throw a word up. Every time I say it, make sure you take a sip of your favorite adult beverage. I always like to say it's age appropriate. So if you're under 21, man, you're out of school this week. You've probably been up all week playing Fortnite, doing whatever, man. Get some Red Bull, sweet tea, do whatever, Kool-Aid, eat sugar packets, man. I don't care what you do. Just stay up late, play along. So this week's word is going to be, I have no idea, but make sure you take a sip every time I say it, y'all. So getting into that NASCAR news, man. Hey, like I said, a little truck series. Toni Breidinger, Tricon truck, full-time, baby, 2025. Big moves for the young lady. Taking over that seat which once housed Hailie Deegan. Yeah, so who knows, man. We'll see what kind of success she can have there. There again, sponsorship goes a long way, man, and she's sponsorable. So that coming over with, I'm sure, helped out get that ride. But here's her opportunity to go out and show the skill set that she has, man. And looking forward to seeing what this young lady can do here next year, Truck Series 2025, man. So a little bit from last week, didn't get to talk about it. RFK, third driver. Man, we knew that charter was coming. And drum roll. Ryan Preece. So I thought it would, not my choice, man. I would have went out and got a young guy. That's just me. Had Brad and had Chris Buescher there to kind of groom him in, get him going in the right direction. Have a staple guy that's going to be there the next 10, 12 years if you want him there. And go out, like I said, groom him in. But at the end of the day, they didn't. They went with a veteran. Guy's been around. Hey, if it's good equipment, he'll take care of it for you. I think SHR last year was a flop for him, just there again due to equipment. And two, just a rough season in general. But I definitely think he's going to have a little more success at RFK. We've seen what they've been able to do over the last few years in building that program between Brad and Chris Buescher. I think adding that third car is only more data. We know that, Ryan Preece very good at short track. So, and they had a halfway decent short track program this year. So we'll see what that pays off to. But there again, was hoping for a young guy. We got Ryan Preece. I'm not mad. I'm not happy. Nah, it's all right. All right, man. So little interview this week with O'Donnell there from NASCAR headquarters, baby. Man, the myth, the legend himself over there talking. And name drop 4 tracks that could possibly replace Phoenix. Now, who knows how much truth there is to any of this, and it all gets talked about here and there, right? But at the end of the day, they're not bad. I mean, the choices that he came up with are not bad at all. I mean, there again, we all know November, that time of year, some of these tracks are going to be out. I mean, you just can't go there. It's either going to be snowing or, weather, who knows, But those 4 tracks he's dropping, man. Homestead, Miami, returning back to, the original playoff championship race, which we all know that place puts on a hell of a performance, a hell of a race. I mean, it's just it's a great damn race to go to and watch. It's amazing. So I wouldn't mind seeing the championship go back there, not one bit. Now, another one he dropped in there is Darlington, which is very interesting. I find that to be really cool, too. Another good racetrack that we know in the next gens, put on some really good finishes and really good racing there. And it's historic. I mean, how cool would that be to go to Darlington and not only win on Darlington, but win a championship there? I mean, that'd be kind of rewriting the history books for sure. So pretty neat there as well. He name dropped Las Vegas, which there again, I think that's, probably a good track this time of year. It's only a couple weeks out and going there anyways from the actual championship race. Not too far away from Phoenix in general too. So I think that might be a good bet. And, Charlotte. He threw Charlotte out there. And look, I'm an advocate for 2 oval Charlotte races a year. I'm tired of the Roval being in the chase, or in the playoffs, excuse me. Tired of it being in it. I'm tired of seeing the Roval in general. It's just, it's not interesting to me. It's not something I'm a fan of as a guy that's watched NASCAR for, whatever, going on 30 years now, or whatever it might be, 33 years or whatever. It's not my forte. It's not what I like. I want to go back to Charlotte. I want to go see 2 oval races at Charlotte for sure. All-Star race, I don't care. You can move that around. I don't really care about it being wherever you want to. It doesn't matter to me. That's the one you should move around and use as a nice expedition to spread the demographic of fan base and geographically as well. So, but we'll see what they do, man. But 4 tracks there, hey, who knows? Could see it swap up. Could be one of those 4 here after 2025. So, getting into a little more news, and this is probably my favorite news that I've heard in the last couple of weeks, man. Joe Gibbs Racing finally lifts the ban of dirt and allows them to get dirty, baby. So, Joe Gibbs commented and said, hey, if they want to go, dirt race, we're going to allow it. Over the past couple of years, he's been an advocate for not allowing his drivers to go and race during the offseason in these dirt cars. And, risk for reward, right? We saw what happened to Alex Bowman. We also saw, Chase Elliott get injured, not in a car, but Chase Elliott get injured. So those extracurricular activities, these guys still have to have lives too, right? And if racing is something they like to do, then that's cool. I mean, look at Kyle Larson. Look at what this guy does during the offseason, how many races he has, keeps the skills honed in, I think. And I think it actually even, just keeps you fresh behind the wheel of the car and kind of gets you maybe a different feel or something. A little more data. We all know data goes a long way. More laps you log, the better off it is. I mean, this is a way to log laps. So big move there for JGR. Christopher Bell, hell of a dirt racer. Ty Gibbs going to run some dirt. Denny Hamlin. I mean, you got some guys out there that are coming in there, man. I mean, I would like to see not a Bristol on dirt, but I would like to see, more similar to like a prelude to a dream type thing again. Big name NASCAR guys going out and getting, late models or something. Be cool. Be something NASCAR should look into. One race a year for, X amount of money, and just throw it at a bull ring somewhere. Eldora, there you go. It'd be great. So if you haven't yet, man, go out, like, share, follow, all that social media, y'all. You can catch us out there on Instagram, Facebook. You can catch us out there on Twitter for sure. Lawrence does a great job keeping up with all that stuff, y'all. But most importantly, go out, subscribe to that YouTube channel. We've been gaining some subscribers. I tell you, y'all, it was a pretty good year for us so far. The season is over, but we got a couple more shows before we officially kick off the 2025 season. But I tell you what, man, it has been a great year. Just big shout out to everybody involved. This helmet is going, me and Lawrence have decided this is going out before Christmas. So not next week, but the following week, that week right there, we're going to be giving all the stuff away. We got this. We got a few other things to give away for Christmas too, man. So we're going to make sure we get some rubbing and grubbing and NASCAR fans, some cool Christmas pieces there, and some gifts out there for most of y'all. Man, but if you haven't yet, go out, like, share, follow, subscribe that YouTube channel, y'all. The more subscribers we get, hopefully the more eyes we get on all the charitable things we do here on Rubbin' and Grubbin', Checkered Flag for charity, but also what we do at Coach's Corner in general, man, for all the charities in the local area. So big shout out to everybody that contributed so far this year through that 2024 season of Rubbin' and Grubbin' and NASCAR. Raised a good amount of money for the causes that we raise it for. Big shout out to all the sponsors out there, man. East Coast, got to give a shout out to Lamar's Body Shop, Arbor Man, Coach's Corner. I mean, just so many, Redfin. I mean, just so many people that help contribute and make this possible, man. And I tell you what, it's a great feel to all come together and do some good for the community, man. So that's what it's all about. Love it. But, hey, moving forward, man, we got to talk a little bit about my Bulldogs. I haven't been up here in a couple of weeks, man. Look, I don't even want to talk about the old piss game, all right? I'm over that. I don't want to talk about that. Done with that. All right, baby, look. We're here now. We're going to the SEC title game. We're going to Atlanta, home ground. Whether it be A&M or Texas, you're getting ready to walk into a totally different environment than what we played earlier in the year in Austin. They're not going to be ready for it. It's going to be different. If you look at what's going on right now, I'd rather play Texas, to be honest with you. People are going to think I'm crazy, but Quentin Ewers is a little banged up. Ankles hurt a little bit. Who knows? Got to play A&M. They're going to be hungry. They just lost last weekend. You know what I mean? Who knows what happens? Maybe he gets banged up. Art Manning's got to come in and play, start the game, or who knows? Maybe he starts and gets banged up and Art's got to come back in. I don't know, man, but I know the dogs are hungry. We're going to hunt. We're going to be in the bins, man, ready to tear it down here in a couple of weeks. But before we get there, got to take care of Tech, baby. We're getting ready to wreck Tech. Let's see, man. Where are we going to go? We're going to go dogs by, I can't say 20 because every time I do, we lose. I think we're going to smoke them. Kirby going to put the gas pedal down, man. We're going to go like 48-17 Georgia, man. We're going to beat them by like 30, man. We're going to put the pedal down to them, man. But the one thing I will say about this, and then I'm going to get back to NASCAR, but I am going to talk a little college football, which if you guys like college football, tune in. I'm sure Carl DeMasi here later on tonight going to be talking about it at some point. I'm doing a show tonight. Yep, there you go. Stay tuned, Sports Report. But one thing I think that we're already going to fall into in college football is how if Georgia gets penalized and does not make the playoffs because, knock on wood, which is not going to happen, but let's say we do stumble and lose the SEC title game, we get penalized because we went there. It just makes no sense to me, but whatever. That's just what I'm saying. Anyways, so college football a little flawed like NASCAR as well, man. But go Dogs. Hey, make sure you tune in. My second cousin has a very special piece for this game right here at Tech. She gets to do the plays the dog walk and getting ready to play Battle Hymn right there before the game starts. So big shout out to Mackenzie out there. Mackenzie Matthews, my cousin. Big shout out to you. Congratulations. She's a rock star, man. I'm telling you guys, tune in. If you're going to the game, that's my second cousin up there, man, rocking it out. So go Dogs, baby. But, hey, got to give a big shout-out to Arbor, man, before we get into the who's hot and who's not. You'll see that number scrolling on the screen all night long. The best tree service in the Savannah area, man. Locally owned, locally operated, fully insured. Doesn't matter what it is. Full tree removal, stump grinding, need some limbs cut back. You just need an estimate. Hey, man, make sure you give Parker Eccles a call over there at Arbor, man. As I always say, no job too big, too small. Give Parker a call, baby. I love you, man. So getting into that who's hot. And I'm just going to say this, man. I feel like Ford deserves a little credit, which I'm going to throw this in here because I did say Ford. And if Dan was here, he'd like that too. But I do say Ford deserves some credit, okay? Got another championship. Probably going to come out swinging out of the gate in 2025 as well. So I'd say they're hot right now. We saw it last year. Ford had speed at super speedways, right? Just couldn't race very good. So we'll see if they get that problem figured out this offseason. But I expect them to start out hot. But, yeah, right now they're on the hot list. Dirt racing in the off time during NASCAR, man. If you guys aren't tuning in and catching some dirt of some kind, you're backing up, man. I tell you what, a lot of good dirt racing out here, and a lot of these guys go and travel and do a lot of things. So make sure you're following some form of it, support it, because I tell you what, it's awesome to watch for sure. And there's some big ones coming up, so make sure you stay tuned, man. So getting into the who's not, I'm going to say this, and this is something I talked about a little bit earlier in the year, but this is something that I definitely feel like I need to bring up again. Why the hell are we going to add, Bowman Gray Stadium to go race the Clash, y'all? Explain this to me. Why are we going to Bowman Gray to race the Clash? I was just talking to my dad about this yesterday. Did we not learn enough from L.A., man? I mean, it's going to be the same style stuff, and I get it, NASCAR trying to pay homage to roots. Oh, we used to have point system race there back in 60, 70, who knows? I don't know, whenever, right? Point being, and I'm not upset. I know people around there are excited about it. I'm not trying to take any of the excitement away. I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we're putting 3,200-pound race car, 3,000-pound race car that's not made for this style of racing. I mean, look what they do with, the modifieds out there and different things, man. You got to hit somebody and move them out of the way. What happens when you hit somebody in the Clash? What happened? You move them out of the way, they wreck, 15 other guys wreck. It's going to be the same thing, man. I think, personally, my opinion, Clash needs to go back to Daytona. There's one I really on the oval. It just needs to go back to Daytona. Logistically, it makes sense. You can move it back. They can be there 2 weeks in a row. They can do whatever. It's just something that needs to be done. So, anyways, right now on the not list, man. And, look, point system has been a very hot topic as of late for everybody. The playoff system, not so much the point system, but playoff system for sure. They got to get it fixed. We talked about this on the last show. I'm not going to go back into it too much, man, but it's still on the not list. And I think it's going to take them a couple years. Maybe after Phoenix, maybe next year, maybe 2026 season, we revamp that point system a little bit, the playoff system. Maybe we revamp how we go about selecting and what we do as we go. But we'll have to wait and see. There again, NASCAR sandbox, man. They make the rules and everybody else just plays in it. So before we get into the hard right turn, baby, and go ahead and wrap this thing up, man, I do want to give a big piece of news here for Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Always great whenever we have people that want to support and give us an opportunity to help support their product as well. So without further ado, man, we got a little text message. Got a buddy of ours, me and Lawrence, shot us a little text and said, hey, would you guys be down to have another little sponsorship for the show? And, me and Lawrence, as always inviting anybody that wants to sponsor. I mean, it all goes to a good cause, and it helps your company as well as our reasons and causes that we do this for, right? So, anyways, new sponsorship, man, here on Rubbin' and Grubbin', and let me tell you, this thing is legit, all right? These boys really hooked it up. Steven and Justin, man, from Liberty Forge Wheels, man. These things are freaking amazing. They actually sent us one here to showcase tonight. So that's what we're getting ready to do here in just a minute, man. But let me tell you a little bit about these wheels, dude. These things, if you got a big boy truck, you got a show truck, you want to lift it up, jack it up, you want some flair, some style, some class, baby, these things are legit. I'm going to tell you, when you see this thing, and I saw pictures, I haven't seen it in person yet, but the pictures of it hopefully don't even do it justice, because it is legit. But if you need to check it out, man, go check out their website. Customize in big truck wheels, man. Forged, you know, they got a lot of different styles. They're customizable. They have dualies. They got, you know, concave. They've got any kind of wheel style you need to fit them big boy trucks, man. And I tell you what, they are unique. They are very nice. I will promise you that. So make sure you check it out. A lot of gear too. We've got some gear coming up here. We're going to be rocking out on the show. Probably might do a little package, give away a little sponsorship package. At some point you'll have an opportunity to maybe get your hands on a little swag from them. But in the meantime, man, you know, these things, they're one of the two only big wheel truck companies that are from the USA right here, man. Forged in the USA. I tell you what, they're also one of only a couple companies that has a signature floating center cap, baby. So without further ado, I'm getting ready to unbox this thing. I'm going to bring it up. We're going to put it on the show and rock this thing out for a minute. Talk a little bit more about it, man. Check it out. But yeah, this thing looked pretty sweet in the pictures for sure. Oh. All right, you ready? All right. Yeah, this thing's pretty heavy. All right, there we go. All right, man. So let me get this thing opened up the rest of the way. All right. Woo. Yeah, this thing is pretty sweet right here, man. All right. Let me get a better grip on it. It's got foam on the bottom side. It's in the box tight. There we go. All right. All right, man. So check that thing out, dude. That thing is bad. Powder coated to the T, man. Finished. Let me check this out. Little floating center caps, man. Customizable. You can put your logo on there, put anything on there, man. Like I said, color-wise, super customizable. I mean, super high quality. Check the back of this bad boy out as well, man. Check this out. Coated all the way through. Great. Brake dust gonna wipe off easy, man. Mud, everything else, if you take it, which I'm gonna tell you right now, if you spend this kind of money on these bad boys and take it in the mud, you're an idiot. But that's just what I'm saying. These things are beautiful, man. Make sure you check them out. Big shout out again to Steven and Justin over there at Liberty Forge Wheels, man. These things are legit. I can't wait to see these things on something, man, for sure. So always proud to have some new sponsorship, man. And I'd like to see one of these on a Rubbin' and Grubbin', man. I need some minis. I think we should get, like, ask them if they can make a mini set for Will's for Will's legend car, man. Some little floaters for Will Hare Racing, baby. Oh man, let me put this thing back in the box. I don't want to mess it up. This thing is beautiful. All right. Yeah, ain't too bad. You put the tire that goes on it. Better be a big old boy, and I ain't a big old boy, so. Oh man, but yeah, big shout out, man. Those things are awesome. And hey, you know, there again, you're in the Savannah area, man, looking for a very unique wheel to carry in your store, a little luxury wheel. Get in touch, baby. That's what it is. Liberty Forge. Them boys looking to expand, man. So hey, there you go. Awesome craftsmanship, man. Those things are beautiful. And big shout out to our buddy Brian for the hookup on that, man. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you, brother. So getting into that hard right turn, baby. But before we do, got to give a big shout out to Lamar over there at Lamar's Body Shop. 35 plus years taking care of Savannah's auto collision needs. The best in the business. I'm telling you, man. Lamar and his team taking care of all your needs. Not cutting any corners, not fading the funk with you. Super, super high quality and amazing at what they do, man. So 2301 Skidaway Road. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from Coach. It's kind of a win-win. You get to drop the car off maybe or go get an estimate, come here, have some lunch, think about it, give them a call, get it in, get it fixed up, man. Doesn't matter what it is. You know, a little paint job, need some parts, you know, replaced. Make sure you give Lamar a call over there at Lamar's Body Shop, man. 2301 Skidaway Road. As I always say, why settle for par? Go see Lamar, baby. So hard right turn, again, man, you know, Ken Schrader kind of touched on this. As NASCAR fans now, we're kind of spoiled, to be honest with you, and we really are. We're always going to complain. You got the newer generational fans that want to see more of this, more of that. You got the guys kind of in between like me that's been watching for a long time and go, oh, they need, you know, a fine mix of both. Then you got old school cats that want it to go back to run what you brung, right? But at the end of the day, you never had to deal with social media and media. Now you do, and your opinion can get out there, and everybody's opinion can get out there really quick, and people can hear it, right? But at the end of the day, I think we need to stop as fans and take a second and just enjoy what the sport has to offer, right? We're just out here watching it and then complaining about it every week more than less than really talking about how good the racing is, right? You know, there again, I've watched it long enough to remember I've seen a guy lead every single lap of a race. I've seen races go green without a caution. I've seen, you know, very limited passing. I mean, there's just so many things that you see that, you know, oh, this is a boring race. Well, not really. I mean, it's a race inside of a race, right? You just got to find the things, but that's part of racing. And I think we too busy picking out all the negatives instead of taking it and looking at all the good we do. Look at all the talent we have. Look at how equal the field is, and look at how competitive the sport is, and the age, you know, the age gap that's there, and how tight all these drivers are in age, and how long you're going to see whole waves of guys just kind of go through and have success, you know. And you're seeing a lot more guys win. A lot of guys go out and be able to compete and win, and I think that's great for the sport, and we're just not paying enough attention to it and really giving it the respect that it deserves. We're kind of just overlooking it and complaining, right? And I'm guilty of it. I mean, I'm 100% guilty of it, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm going to watch it. It doesn't matter what it is. If tricycles or they're riding turtles out there, man, I'll watch it. I mean, it's NASCAR to me. I grew up watching it. It's something I love. It's in me. It's always going to be in me. I'm never going to quit. You know, I just think there's some things that we need to kind of grow like every other sport does. We got to grow with the sport, but we still got to keep a fine balance. And they're trying to find what the fine balance is. But some of the directions I think we're headed just isn't good with me. But so that's going to do it for the rubbing, baby. We are on to the grubbing, and we just want a little sidekick here, man, a little appetizer item. This is one of my favorite things to do up here. So we got a little loaded chili tot now. This is the specialty right here, baby. You got the tots, you got the onions, you got the bacon. You top this bad boy off with some queso, a little shredded cheese. Dude, these things are loaded up. I cannot wait to tear into these bad boys. They look amazing, man. As everything on the menu here at Coach's, I'm telling you, doesn't matter what it is. You want it whipped up a certain way, man, if they can do it, they'll do it for you. Food's amazing. Staff service is some of the best ever you'll find, man. So make sure you come up here, Thunderbolt, Georgia. Check it out. Coach's Corner, center of the universe. Hey, man, Savannah's home for NASCAR right here, baby. Not only that, they got it covered. You looking for somewhere to come watch the game Friday night, 7:30? Coach's Corner is going to have it on, rocking, man. All these TVs. I'm telling you, NFL, it's going to be prime time, man. So make sure you come out, check it out right here at Coach's Corner, Thunderbolt, Georgia, baby. So, like I said, stay tuned. Carl DeMasi coming on here in a little bit, man, with the Carl DeMasi Sports Report, keeping you up to date, everything prep sports in the area, and as well a little bit of, you know, college football probably, maybe a little NFL talk, depending on what he's feeling tonight. But make sure you stay tuned for that right at 7. And also go check out Coach's page there on YouTube. Subscribe to that. Spread the love. And, man, hey, I hope everybody has an amazing, amazing, amazing Thanksgiving out there. Let's remember what this day is about. You know, be thankful when you're spending that time. Hug them, kiss them, tell them you love them. I say it all the time, never know when the last time is, man. And at the end of the day, let's just be thankful, you know, for all the opportunities and the blessings that you get to live every day. You know, we let life pass us by and we don't slow down to take a look and really realize how beautiful, because we get caught in the hustle and bustle of it all. And, you know, just be thankful. Be thankful for what's around you, because, you know, one day it's here and the next day it's gone, and you're trying to figure it out, and, you know, going, oh, man, I wish this, I wish that. Well, let's not wish, man. Let's do. So enjoy your Thanksgiving. Be safe. Anybody that's traveling out there, safe travels, man. And make sure you're tuning in, keeping up with rubbing and grubbing, baby. And here in a couple weeks, like I said, getting rid of some giveaways. So make sure, if you haven't yet, subscribe, man. I'm out of here. Love you guys. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving. Until next time, as always, stay safe. Love you. Wash your hands, y'all.